tomorrow is Drakeo'S surgery. I just wanted to quickly talk about why we're getting him neutered. So he does only have one testicle, so that's why we're getting him neutered. Not because I really want to get him neutered, otherwise I would kind of rethink it. But he does only have one nut, so that can cause him cancer in the future. It can just cause him a bunch of problems, so I don't want him to have any issues just because of the one nut. So I waited until he was fully developed, because that's another thing a lot of people don't know, that you shouldn't be getting your dog neutered as a baby, even though you can get them neutered. The reason why a lot of people will just get them neutered when they're like 6 months old, because you can get them neutered at 6 months. I think it comes out cheaper for, I think it's like the county or something, like when you're paying your registration for your dog, it comes out cheaper because now your dog is neutered, and he's not even a year old basically. But that also can stunt their growth. That can give them, I think it's hip dysplasia. And then something else, especially for larger breeds, Drakeo'S being a medium-sized dog. I want to say medium to large. People see him and they say he's a large dog, but to me, he's a medium-sized dog. I don't think he's all that large. Not to me anyway. But he is definitely bigger than a lot of other dogs that I've seen. So I do kind of get it as to why they say like medium or large dog, but to me he's a medium dog. They seem to have a better, I want to say a better healing process for the males. I waited until Draco was almost fully 2 years old, just because that's when like all of their hormones are fully developed. He's not gonna grow anymore. He's his full adult size. I've been watching videos on like what to do once they're home. I've cleaned everything. That's another thing. I washed my bed sheets. I washed Draco's bed. I washed the floor, if that makes any sense. Cleaned the floor, not wash the floor. I cleaned the floor. I vacuumed. I cleaned like everything that I could for him, so that everything's just ready by the time I like have to pick him up. I don't have to worry about anything tomorrow besides being ready to go pick him up. Like I'm gonna drop him off early in the morning. Tonight he can't eat anything past 10 p.m. So past 10, no more foodies. He's looking at me because he wants to play. Past 10 p.m, no more food. And then tomorrow also no food. I think they said you can give them water, but that's about it. And then I drop him off like really early in the morning. I think I drop him off like at 7 or 7:30. And that's kind of it. I hope everything just goes like really well, and that they give him back to me pretty quickly. I think they said that like the latest pickup time that they'll give you is like 4:30, but I hope they call me even earlier. I hope they call me like super freaking early, that they don't even take like a few hours. I hope they just take a few hours is what I'm trying to say, sorry. And then they like give me a call and they're like, hey, can you come pick him up, or like he's ready, you can come pick him up. Hey guys, I'm home from dropping off Draco. I couldn't film it for you guys, unfortunately. Maybe I'll film when I go pick him up. Dropping him off, I couldn't film. There was just so many people with their dogs. Like we all had to wait in a line, even though we all had appointments. I was literally having to hold Draco. I was having to sign papers. Then they're also like talking to me at the same time, telling me stuff. So it's not like I can be like, okay, here we go, guys. Like, let me put you guys there, and then let me do this. Like, I couldn't do that. Why does my hair look funny to me? If I sound sick, it's because I'm still kind of sick. Like, I'm not that sick anymore, but I'm still a little sick. But yeah, they told me, obviously it is more high risk because Draco has only one nut that's out. They're gonna check for his other nut. They're like, I mean, I've seen it near his wee-wee. I told them that, and they're like, okay, well, if it's by his wiener, then it'll probably be another $80. They're like, but if it's by his stomach, then it's gonna be 140. And I was like, okay. Well, like more, 140 more than what I'm already paying, okay? It's not just 140. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I mean, I already dropped him off. They told me like, we're gonna give you a call 124, like to let me know what time he's gonna be ready. So I was like, all right, that's cool with me. I don't mind you guys calling me later. And then they told me that then they'll tell me how much it's gonna be as well. I have no idea how much it's gonna be. I'm guesstimating around $400 to $500. The vet that I was originally gonna take Draco to, they were gonna charge me $900. And that was to keep him, I think, like overnight, one night. Why can't I hear from this ear? And I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to leave him there. Like, I'd rather take care of him. because I don't know if they're gonna take care of him or not. And then the food that I make Draco, it has to be in the fridge. I didn't want them giving him like some type of hard food that he doesn't even like. I'm just nervous for Drakey Bean. I felt so bad because he was so excited going in there. The girl was like hyping him up, hugging him, being like, hi, oh my god, like, you're so cute, and this and that, like, because he was all happy. He just wanted somebody to pet him. And then she's like petting him and he's all excited. And then like she puts like the leash around him and he goes with her willingly, all happy. And I was like, oh, my little baby, like, he doesn't know he's gonna get neutered. So it just made me really sad having to leave him there. And then also him not knowing and me knowing. I'm doing it because he has the one nut and I don't want him to get testicular cancer, which is pretty common for male dogs, especially when they have their balls inside of them like that, like the way that Draco does. Let's say if they find cancer, you know, and then he gets like some type of stomach cancer, he gets some type of dick cancer, and yeah, I was like, dude, I'd rather just right now that he's healthy, because then at that point they will have to neuter him. And let's say he's older, let's say he's much older, that's another thing that you guys don't get. If you like didn't neuter your dog, or in case you don't have a dog that doesn't have a ball, okay, if you don't do it early right now, that Draco is already an adult, okay, he is 2 years of age as of November 22nd. You don't get them neutered right now at this age, that they're like young and that their body can handle it and that they're all like good, you know. In the future, let's say he does get ball cancer, if they find the ball cancer and it's in his nuts, obviously, then they're gonna have to take out those nuts that are in there. Well, they're gonna have to neuter him anyway, but then he might be at that age where his body can't really fully recover because of the surgery, or it might just take him longer to recover from the surgery. And I'd rather do it right now that he's young than later on in the future when he's older and it's just more high risk, because who knows if he's gonna get the same like things that Nathan did. Like Nathan had a heart murmur and he had like fluid in his lungs and stuff, and then he had like some type of thing like in his gums. Basically the gums is what like affected him the most, and that's why I am so firm on brushing Draco's teeth. If you didn't know that, like, that's why Nathan got all that stuff, because we didn't know how to take care of Nathan when he was younger, and he never let himself like brush his teeth. But Draco lets himself. He just doesn't like it. So that's what I'm scared of with Draco. Like, I don't want any of that to happen with Draco. Like, let's say if I don't take care of his teeth or whatever, and maybe he does get fluid in his lungs, maybe he does end up getting a heart murmur or whatever, but like also knowing that he can get ball cancer. Luckily Nathan never got ball cancer, but knowing that Draco can get ball cancer because of his nut being stuck inside of him, like, that's even worse. And I would feel like a terrible dog mom if I didn't like take care of it right now that he's young. Even though it scares the shit out of me, like, I really don't want to even have him neutered. Like, I really didn't want to take him, but I honestly put it off. Like, I was scheduled to take him months ago, and then I put it off because I was like, no, I'm gonna wait until his full 2 years. Since I had time now, like, I have this entire week off, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him neutered this week. I'm at least gonna have this entire week to take care of him and to make sure that he's like chilling. I'm just happy that I gotta go pick Nathan. I gotta go pick Draco up today. Because I was telling my boyfriend, I'm like, yeah, the vet where I was gonna take him, they wanted to keep him for 3 days as well. Like, $900 was only gonna pay for 1 day, but they wanted to keep him for 3 days. They were like, oh, we just like, we think we should keep him for 3 days though, just to make sure that he's good. But I'm like, bro, what are you gonna do that I'm not gonna do at my house? Like, I will take care of him and I'll be there on watch 24/7 for my dog. I don't think you're going to be there 24/7 for my dog or with my dog. Like, you're going to be taking care of other shit, or you're going to be doing other shit. Tending to other dogs, not just my dog, you know? So, no.